What's up everyone? So today we're in a very famous historical city here in Minas Gerais called Ouro Preto. Probably the most famous historical city within this state, and also one of the most famous historical cities in Brazil too. So this place is a Portuguese colonial gold mining town from the 18th century. So this was the focal point of the gold rush in Brazil during the 18th century. And this is the view from the place that we're staying. So we have this really nice garden area. As you can see, we're in the colonial style buildings, Portuguese buildings here. And we have this like room that's almost like a balcony here, so we were able to have breakfast here. Got a hammock to chill out in as well, with the awesome view. And this place was $55 a night. So we're staying in this bedroom here. And this is where Carol's brother and mother are sleeping. All good? Getting ready? Yeah. And this is the living room. And this place has 3 bedrooms as well, just like the last place that we stayed. We just use it as storage. So yeah, you could have like 6 people in this place. And then once again, just a pretty big kitchen. Everywhere that we've stayed so far has had big open kitchens, another dining table there. So we're gonna be getting around by car today, not walking, because this place is super huge. You can probably already see all these hills here. We don't really want to be walking up and down all day. So yeah, the car's the best option. So we found our parking spot. Pretty hard to find parking here because it's Sunday as well, so next to all the main locations, yeah, there's no parking at all anymore. So if you watched our previous videos here, you'll know that we went to a little place called Tiradentes, which was also a historical Portuguese place, but yeah, this place is much bigger. So the buildings are a lot bigger. There's lots of buildings that are like 2 stories here, even this one here. So yeah, much bigger place overall.
The size of the door is like huge.
Yeah, it's for an elephant.
Yeah.
Elephants used to live here. Wow, look at this cool historic fountain. It's huge as well. Yeah, check this out too, because the buildings are on a hillside. You get these doorways here that, yeah, huge gap from the street, but to remain in a line. It's kind of funny. A lot of the buildings are like that around here. Yeah, we're at a really beautiful part here on this old bridge. So down here there's a walkway, and I think there's also a waterfall. I can hear it, so we might try and walk down there. Literally every single building here looks amazing though. So we passed here at night yesterday, and check this out for a cool restaurant. So there's a big queue for this place at night, but right now it's pretty empty. Look at that building though, really cool. Yeah, it'd be an awesome place to have a meal. Carol, I'm in love with this place already.
Yeah, it's very beautiful, and as you said, it's bigger than Tiradentes, so yeah, it's like different from there.
Yeah, it has like a big city feel to it.
Yeah, like bigger buildings and everything.
Yeah, we should try and walk down here. It looks awesome. Like a little stream going down. Don't know how you get there though. Yeah, Carol, so this is why we brought the car.
Yeah, there are so many streets like this. They're very, very steep.
Yeah. Super steep, so all over it's just constantly up and down. Like San Francisco or something. So that nice little park that we could see from the bridge is called this Horto dos Contos. Horto.
Yeah.
Horto dos Contos.
Yeah.
Carol, my Portuguese corrector. Especially that word horto, that I never say that.
Yeah, it's not a very common word to say in Portuguese.
Yeah. So this place costs 20 reais per person to enter, and it's actually the second oldest botanical garden in Brazil. It was built in 1798. Got the chickens and hens over here. Yeah, so I guess before they built the Portuguese city, it might have looked a bit like this everywhere. Yeah, it wouldn't be Brazil if you didn't have a football pitch.
Yeah, that's so random.
Even in a botanical garden,
Yeah.
they have a football pitch. So they have these signs here, yeah, giving you information about the different things. So this one is about the bridge that we crossed earlier, Ponte dos Contos, and it says that this was constructed in 1744, that bridge right there. Pretty cool, isn't it, Carol, how there's like just some jungle.
Yeah, in the middle of the city.
Yeah, in the middle of the city. Look at this. It's like completely wild. But right next to it, yeah, there's all the buildings just right here, but can't tell at all over here.
Yeah, it's nice that they kept it like this.
Yeah.
Like Horto, no? Right.
Yeah, Porto. Check these guys out. Whoa.
Wow.
So here in the garden there's one of the old gold mines. Looks like you can go inside, right?
I'm not sure if I want to go.
No, it's too dark. Alright, see you later, guys. Time to find some gold. Yeah, it's kind of weird that it's just open like that, but it doesn't really look like it's one that you're supposed to go in. We're gonna go to one though later on, like a really big mine, so really looking forward to that. It's gonna be awesome. So we were just coming back from the Botanical Garden and we came across this historic church here. I'm not sure which church this is. We weren't planning on visiting this one, but yeah, there's like millions of churches all around here. And we also have a viewpoint here. Should be able to get some good views. Oh wow, yeah, check it out. Yeah, so I think the Botanical Garden started over there where you can see the top of that church, and we just walked all the way through up this hill. You even got a church back there on the hillside. You can just see so many churches. I don't think I've ever seen so many.
There are a lot, so we choose 2 to visit, but there are, I think, more than 5 or more than 10 maybe.
Yeah, I think there's more than 10. I could probably see 10 right here, because there's this one, 1, 2, 1 down there, 3, 4, 5. I'm guessing this used to be one, I don't know, 6. Yeah, just here right now, you can already see loads. So here we have a astronomic observatory, and it also says the School of Minas. So I think all this building is a historic School of Minas. And at the end it almost looks like a chapel. I guess back in the day, religion and the schools were mixed together, right? Like religious schools. So this is the most famous square here in Ouro Preto. It's called Praça Tiradentes, which is the famous national hero, the Brazilian revolutionary.
Yeah, he was actually murdered because of his ideas.
Like executed.
Yeah, executed, and the Portuguese or the government put his head here for show for other people.
Right here?
Yeah, in this square. And there's actually a statue of him.
Yeah, so that's the statue of Tiradentes up there. So even though their plan didn't work, right, to overthrow the royal family, they're still a hero though.
It was good to have different movements. There were other movements of liberation in other parts of Brazil, and this one didn't work, but it was a good help for like the revolutionary idea in Brazil.
Yeah, so that's why you see his name everywhere. And just as usual, absolutely beautiful buildings all the way around. That's a museum too, but once again it's closed because of COVID. But around here you have like souvenir shops, and pretty much all these buildings here are restaurants and bars, so yeah, really nice place to eat around here. So this is going to be the first church that we're entering. People consider it to be the most beautiful one in Ouro Preto, and it's called Igreja de São Francisco de Assis. So this was built in 1766, and the architect called Aleijadinho is really famous, so he was the architect and a sculptor, but apparently it was only finished at the end of the 19th century, so yeah, over 100 years to finish it completely. Yeah, so it's quite small inside. The ceiling's really cool though, look at the impressive artwork there. Over 100 years to make all this. So it's strange to think that the people that started the project of building this thing never saw it when it was finished. Never saw the final design. So at the back of the church we have kind of like a little museum with paintings and sculptures. So these are all from that time. This is from 1758, oil on wood. This one's even older, 1732. Looks like it's all depicting sick people with doctors maybe. So there's quite a few different viewpoints that you can go to in this city. We chose one called Mirante das Lajes. So it's pretty crazy driving up here, but yeah, you get an amazing view of the entire city almost. So now you can really see how big it is. I think the main historic part is all this area here, but there is a more modern area on that hillside over there and back there. So from what I read, in the 1700s during the gold boom, there were 80,000 people living here, which is, yeah, loads for that time. And it was the most populated city in Latin America at the time. And I think right now the current population is around that much, 80,000 people. But obviously the economy right now is mainly tourism, no longer gold. So we're about to head out of here now. Loads of souvenir stalls here with like souvenirs made out of rocks, different ornaments and sculptures, and that's very popular around here. And we're going to be heading to a gold mine now. Got to get in the car to go there. We ended up having a meal on the main square, and it was 28 reais, all you could eat buffet, self-service, so you could get loads of different plates and also dessert, all for 28 reais. So the mine that we've come to is called Mina da Passagem, and it was 120 reais per person, and I think that includes a guide. And apparently it's the largest open to visit gold mine in the world. Check it out. So here we have some of the old school equipment, one of the carts. I don't even know what this is. Maybe to sit multiple people, send them down the mine. I guess this is where you put the gold that they find.
It's written Cornwall.
Cornwall, from England.
I don't know.
Yeah, I wonder if that's from England, from Cornwall. So check how cool this is. We're gonna go down in a cart, so we don't walk down. Yeah, we're gonna get one of those cool old school carts. All the way down there. Yeah, this is a real tight fit. Oh, here we go. Roller coaster. Oh. It's cold. Yeah. Cold air. Cold air. So the area that we're in now is 120 meters below the ground. You can feel the cold temperature in here. So there's one main walkway, but on the side sometimes you see there's other holes as well that you can walk in. Well, it's restricted, but Yeah, that's where they did the mining. You got another one here. Pitch black though. Tá gelado, Luiz? Tá.
Gold.
Ice cold.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So the guy told us that 35 tons of gold were extracted from this mine, and from what I read online, 800 tons were extracted overall. I'm not sure if that was in Brazil or Minas Gerais, and sent to Portugal. The end of the roller coaster ride.
Yeah.
So that was an interesting tour. Probably took about 45 minutes overall. And yeah, the guy was explaining a lot of things. So he told us the mines that were excavated by slaves by hand, right, were around 50 meters deep at max. And this one is 130. Because the British actually came here and then they used equipment so they could go that deep. So from what he said, when the Portuguese royal family escaped to Brazil because Napoleon was after them, the British protected them, the British Navy, and then since they had that debt to the British, they handed over this mine for around 90 years to the British to extract the gold, and that's why they brought their machinery. And he also explained about where the gold was. So I don't remember the exact names of the kind of rock, but he showed us there like a white rock and a black rock. Noisy birds. And that's usually where the gold is found, between them. And there is still gold in the mine, it's just not enough to be worth extracting right now. The cost of trying to extract it would be more than the actual gold that's left there, so that's why they're not doing it anymore, and now it's just open for tourism. And the part where you could see the water, they do scuba diving there now. Not to find anything, just for, yeah, I guess people that are professional scuba divers can pay, and then you go down into the gold mine, into the cave, so that'd be pretty cool as well. So this is the last video from the state of Minas Gerais. We've all loved all the places that we visited here, and there's certainly more things to see. The state is so big. We just saw a little bit, but yeah, really like what we saw. But it's not the end of the road trip. We do have one more video coming up, I think. Right now we're about to drive back into the state of Rio, and we're gonna stop at a place there called Petrópolis, which is also like a historic city, but in Rio. Very different to the ones around here. So that'll be the next video. If you like this video, just drop a like as usual to support us. Subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this. Follow us on Instagram, and we'll see you in the next one.